Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and grey.
We've all been there, stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Your mates all cleared off, bugged out, taking your kit with you. You're left with no compass. So you run around shouting, hoping the enemy don't hear you. But instead of running around shouting, when you stop, look up. There's all sorts of things can assist you in navigation up there. And what you're looking for is a particular formation of stars or constellation. And it might take you a bit of time to find it. If it's a clear enough sky, you can keep wandering around, and there it is. The Plough, or Big Dipper, depending on where you're from. And we can use that to navigate with. Looking at the outside edges of the Plough, you draw a line from the bottommost to the topmost star, and keep drawing that line through about 5 times the distance until you come to the next brightest star, and that is the North Star, or Polaris. So if you turn and face Polaris, and then drop down and see what's directly in front of you, pick a point ahead of you, and that is north, as you can see, confirmed. Once you've established where north is, you can use features around you to work out where the other cardinal points of the compass are. Look over your right shoulder, that's east. Look midway between the two, and that's northeast. Identify something that you can use as a point, turn and face it, and when you're ready, off you go, heading northeast. And just to prove the point, luckily I have a compass with me, and there we are, not far off northeast. So let's get going again. We're now heading northeast. So you've been moving around a bit, and you've still not found any landmarks that you can use to orientate yourself, and it's now daytime. And as you can see, there's no stars to guide you. But what you can do is use a couple of basic bits of information. Firstly, you have a watch that you can use, and you know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and as it's now 9:15 in the morning, you just need to find where the sun is. And it's up there somewhere. So if it's up there somewhere and it's risen in the east, east is going to be over that way somewhere. And therefore west is going to be over that way somewhere, and south is going to be in between. So we've got a very rough idea of where south, east and west are. But we can get a little bit more accurate. And what we do is we use our watch as a sort of compass. Now you can only use this on a sunny day because you need a linear shadow to work with. Luckily in this forest there are plenty of linear shadows. So what we do is we line our watch up, line the hour hand up with the edge of a linear shadow, so the hour hand is pointing towards the direction of the sun. Unfortunately, Arma limitations are such that we can't orientate the watch to the sun, we have to orientate ourselves to the sun. Having lined up the hour hand, we establish where the 12 o'clock position is. Probably about that third tree over there. And we draw an angle between the hour hand and the 12 o'clock position. This is subject to the time of day. but generally it works that if you bisect that angle, that will be where south is. So just between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock, we're looking at just after 10:30. And now it's a little bit of guesswork because, as I said, of the limitations of using a watch on Arma. So if we look up and across in the general direction of where the 10 o'clock 10:30 position would be, we're looking pretty much at that tree right in front of us. And that is where we believe south to be. And if you look confirmation, not far out. So if we're saying south is in the middle of that tree, and we want to find north, take a half turn to our right, look over our shoulder, and pretty much where those two trees are together there, that's going to be east. Turn and face east, take another half turn to our right, and we're going to say somewhere between that silvery coloured tree and the other tree over there is going to be north. So we turn and face that. And we're saying that direction is north. And as you can see, we're not far out. Again, using that direction, we want to head northwest for whatever reason. Take a quarter turn to our left. And we're saying that tree there is pretty much northwest. Turn and face it, and off we go. And just to show how we're doing, we weren't far out. And just to show that it's applicable in the afternoon as well as the morning, again, there's our sun up there. We know it's the afternoon, so it's past the 12 o'clock position. It's heading generally west, so west is going to be over that way somewhere. We know that south is going to be over there somewhere, and east is probably going to be over there somewhere. So again, we know that north is going to be behind us. Using our linear feature, we line the watch up. Bring it in close and line the hour hand up facing the sun. And again, we bisect the angle between 4 and 12, so pretty much 2 o'clock. Have a look up. That's our 12 o'clock position. And we're saying 2 o'clock is that sort of direction. And I'll go with that tree there. So if that's 2 o'clock and that is south, half turn to the left, just to the left of that little fir tree, it's going to be east. Another half turn to the left, and I'm saying somewhere between those trees it's going to be north. And as you can see, not far out again. So if that's north, quarter turn left, and pretty much that tree right in front of us, slightly to the right of it, is going to be northwest. Turn and face it, and off we go. And again, just for confirmation, not far off northwest.